Now this is an exercise on all these kind of projections, and what we will discuss is with a more vivid renderings with the help of projected lights, even within HDR environment and lighting. So again, we have a very schematic setup. We want to put a concrete wall or scheme of a concrete wall into a jungle environment. So this is our plane. Scale it at the ground, scale it by 3. This is our ground plane. We want to see that again. The material is the ground, and it should be principal BSDF for the first. So now we want to put a concrete wall on top of that. This is the concrete wall. This is concrete. So this wall here needs a rotation along the y-axis, rotation y by 90 degrees, and we have to move it up. So this is the assembly, and now we have to scale it in the design mode, scale it by 2 in y direction. So this is our wall. The material here is concrete. That's fine. So let's embed it into an HDR environment first, so to get a proper first rendering. So that's the environment is a jungle, and now go for a picture for the jungle. So this is our environment. We want to go for the world, the jungle. Now add an environmental texture here. Go here, open it, and we are here with our skies, and I have it in my Blender sources skies directory. There's another tutorial where to get it from, and so on. We have the monk forest. I think it's good with a low resolution. So as we've seen, we need an input from texture coordinates to be able to position it, and we need to map these vectors so we are able to transfer. We need the generated vector of that. Here we can control it and put it here to this image, to the background with a certain strength, put it to 1 at least. So that's our environment. If we now go for the rendering here, we are in our environment. So that's our schematic setup. That's good. So now rotate it along the z-axis. Something like this. Now we want to apply concrete to this wall. Therefore, we have to go to the concrete wall. It's material, it's a concrete. Therefore, in the node editor, we go to the object, we have the concrete. It's here. So we don't want to have the diffusion, we want to have the principal PSDF. Now we go for a texture. We have an image texture, and you can download it. Again, from this from the internet, or make your own materials. Very simple. So these are, we have the materials here, and I say the concrete wall, high resolution, variance 1, it's here, I put the color in here. So we don't have just a medium, it's not mapped yet. So we go to material, we have to go into this object, select our face. Now we have to go here for a UV editor, look up our concrete wall at this. It's nice with this texture that this is circular, so you can continue here across to the thing. So it's repeating over time, over in space. So now if we UV map this, and then we are here, move it, so we are move it here. So that's okay with the little grass. So if we now go for the rendering, we'll see the first level. So it's not very convincing yet. So it's fine. Now, but next step is getting the normal map, which means we need a more complex material. We organize that with the node editor. We need a normal map. So get another texture, image texture here. Get a new one, and we had with the skies, the materials, concrete, and here's a normal map. You can look it up with this. Here is a normal map, which corresponds to our color map. So this has to be transformed from color to norm. First, it is not a color, it is a non-color data. And now we have to vector normal map, yes, color in here, that's a strength, and that's a normal in here. So now if we go here for 5, we get much better profile. So we can go up to 10. That's a little too much. 3, good, 5. So we are better. So let's get the edge. Edge here. Now expand it in X direction, and so for our kind of theatralic setup, I think this is very nice. So the back side, we don't want to have that, so I think we simply should make that black, just for exercise. So we need another shader. This is a diffusion shader, color is black. So then we need a mixer, and the mixer should be in here. The color should be here, and then we need the orientation of our graphics as an input, and that's our geometry, and we need the back facing as the vector. So now we have the front with the one, the principal BSDF, and the color, and the pure black at the background. Good. We have that. Rendering looks like this. Okay. I think with the ground we should get rid of this reflection, so the ground, make it more rough. So that's pretty good. To make it even more impressive now, we can project a picture from this jungle with sunlight. So then now it's a little foggy, dusty environment with diffuse light. If we want to have direct, strong light with shadows and bright spots, then we can project this as an image to our scenario. So therefore, let's install a lamp, a spotlight. Show this, move it up. Now go for rotation and now let's yes. So that's interesting. So we have that. Certain strengths. Now we want to have this input. We need the texture. Instead of white light, we want to have a picture as light. And we want to have our materials. No, we don't. We want to have the skies. So we want to have our monk's forest as a picture. And as we did it with Tintin in the last tutorial, we need an input. We have to put that to the geometry, I think. Yes, the geometry of the object, and we need the normal of our. So then we have to introduce a mapping so that we can control that. We need the normal as a vector, control that, put it here. So now if we go to the rendering, we have the jungle, go to the surface and put that off. Then we only have the light of our projection. So now strengths are much brighter. So this is the projection, and now we can move that. Look what happens to adjust it. Okay, move it like this. Here we are. That's beautiful. Now scale it. That's better. And this is good. Now this is a good projection. Yes. So now our environment, put it to 1, and maybe here now you see it's super vivid. Yes. I don't want to have this line here, which means we need to move it. And scale it a little. Good. Have it here. Go for the rendering. And here we are. Yes. Word. So this is good, huh? Proper. Here we are. Now go for camera. Adjust it. This is already proper. And put it for our album. That's it. I hope you get the idea. Yeah? You have the picture which is mapped to the mesh. You have the normals, so it's a qualification in space of each pixel to get it vivid and to get the reflection of the picture to its environment, and then your project environmental image. And then you have a deep integration of your environment and the artifact. Thanks for watching. Hope you find it interesting. See you next time.